Get out of with me. What up? I'm waiting on you. Come on through. Come on through. Crew. Come on through. I'm waiting on you. I got a challenge for you. I got a challenge for you. 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 Are you ready for it? I got a challenge for you. She's the pretty RN. Challenge for you. Are you ready for it? I got a challenge for you. Challenge for you. Lorena! I got a challenge for you. Hey, look! I got a challenge for you. I'm ready. Look! For some of y'all, we starting the second half of the afternoon. Guess what? I got a challenge for you. Gail up in here. I Candy Cardi up here. Mel Vinia. What is happening? Glory in the building. The Queen of LA is in the building. Mr. Gwitty in the building. Aquanza in the building. Anjali in the building. Danielle. Ready for your challenge? Afternoon challenge. Actually, it's a 24-hour challenge. I'm going to word it several different ways just so it can fit your situation. For the next 24 hours, you can't let anybody get on your nerves. You can't let anybody mess with your peace. You can't let anybody steal your joy. From this point on, from now till tomorrow, now. You can't let anybody make you feel a certain way. No, you can't let folks just talk to you any kind of way. Can we agree that you're going to maintain your character even if somebody call you out your name and somebody try to get you just you're going to refuse to do it? Because you have power and control over your situation because of how you were built and how you were made. Can we agree? Can we agree? Can we agree? Can we agree? Your children, you can just send to their room. Send them to the room, shut down. Send them somewhere. You the mama. Hey, Rhonda. Can we agree? Hey, Sarah. Janelle. Can you maintain your composure? Sarah. Can you maintain your composure? Even when boo get on your nerves. People on your job try to get on your nerves and you know they're going to do it. Especially toward the end of the day. You already know. They want to have you, have something to talk about over the weekend. So they going to try and say some stuff and look at you. The first thing you do is, if he try this one more time, I swear I'm killing. I'm just saying. You already know people going to try you. I don't even know why y'all be surprised when people try you. Like, you already know it's going to happen. I mean, have you ever got through a full week? Or even a full day when somebody didn't try your nerves, either at home or on your job, or on the way from your home to your job, from your job back home. See, it's all those in between. It's that going to and fro that be getting some of y'all sometimes. You be snapping all up in the car, snapping on your phone. All it takes is somebody to say, girl, did you hear what? Oh, now you mad. Look, protect your peace. Life is, look, have you ever just known somebody that just be mad all the time? Life is too short to be mad. Life is too short to be just angry and, you got the little crazy face going on because somebody, done touched your feelings. And also too, look, in this challenge, you got to maintain your emotions. If you have a Carl Thomas complex and you're emotional, and I know it might be that time, because when that time hit, I've dated a lot of women in my life. I've been with a lot of women in my life. So I know it gets a little extra touchy when it's that time. Oh, duh. See, you gotta maintain that. You even when this might be that time, you still gotta maintain your composure. So if you agree, take my 24-hour challenge, and you ready, and you feel like you built for it, you feel like you can handle it without snapping, say, shoot, I got you, coach. And again, I'm including your kids. Anytime you bite your lip, you disqualified. Like, you know how y'all do when folks be like, but mama, can you, mama, I'm hungry, mama, can you, please, mama. Talking about all that too, cause y'all know y'all be ready to jump on somebody, to hit somebody in their chest. No punching in the chest for the next 24 hours. Also, I had to throw that in there, cause I know I got some chest thumpers up in here. I seen your kids. I seen your sons. I know y'all. Cause I know you. Be honest. If I have some mama chest thumpers, we'll call it the chest thumping ministry. If you're a part of the mama chest thumping ministries, to where you liable to just, yeah, I know. And I know who I'm talking to, cause y'all just look like y'all got that look. The way you keep hearing mama, and then you say, didn't I tell you to? The next thing you know, they go, the next thing you know, that reflex. Yeah, and you know who you are. Y'all quit. Some of y'all just so quick, you don't even realize you do it. Scare your own self. So I'm factoring that in too. So you can't snap on nobody. You can't let nobody get you out of character. You can't let nobody make you mad, get you angry for the next 24 hours. Things you used to snap at, because we're working on self-control. We're working on self-control, because this is one thing I do know. Sometimes the things that you work on will end up helping you versus what it used to do hinder you. Because think about this thing now. Some of y'all have lost some things in life. Maybe it's that person, maybe it's that job, maybe it's just an opportunity. Because you react versus maintaining control. You'll snap, boom, from 0 to 100 just that fast. And you've probably lost stuff in that process. Because you overreact, you say the first thing that come to your mind, you ain't got to know. You just say. First, you feel, then you say. So as soon as you feel, you say, and then next thing you know, you're like, oh, dang. I done messed that whole thing up. I done messed that whole thing up. So we're working on control. And that's why we're doing this challenge. To work on control, baby. To work on control. So that's what we're doing. Let me ask you, who's available to talk for a little bit? Who's available to talk? I want to talk to you. Because I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. Who's available? Yeah, you gotta have filter, because and I've learned this. Sometimes your now feelings will cost you later. Your now feelings. Because sometimes, and I don't know about you, but I'll just talk about myself. Sometimes I can be a little wrong in terms of my assertion. So in my mind, it might be a certain way. Boom, I blow up and I say the first thing that comes to my mind. And then next thing you know, oh, I was wrong. So you were sick and that's why you didn't show. Oh, wow. So I just done got mad at you and blew up at you because you didn't show up for something, but you at the hospital about dead. But I done blew up at you because I felt a certain way, and then, I've messed that up throughout my life to where you jump to conclusions. So you say the first thing that comes to your mind, boom, even before somebody has time to explain what happened, boom, you done messed it up. You done messed up that relationship, that friendship. You done permanently scarred stuff. All because you don't know how to control your mouth. And all because you don't know how to control your emotions. Your emotions lead to your mouth, which leads you in the same spot. People don't really want to fool with you like that because you don't process. You feel first. You're quick to anger. You're quick to wrath. So you lose. You lose. You catch the L. Then next thing you know, you get labeled. You get branded. Then nobody want to fool with you. You can be fine. You know what? I know a whole bunch of fine women that people won't mess with just because their mouth cancels them. They never worked on it. And that's why I always say, you got to work on your stuff. Because the stuff that you don't work on, in one phase, in one area of life or another, will disqualify you. I don't care how fine I make you. Keep doing all that and keep feeling and overreacting. That will cancel all of this that we done worked on. She bad. But, and you don't want to asterisk by your name. She fine. She banging. But a mouth killer. Or my favorite, she's attention seeking. She just always gotta be seen. She just act out because she just want to be seen. She do too much because she want to be seen. She 30, 40 years old, still acting like she trying to get the attention of people like she was 16 and don't know how to sit down and calm down and chill. If you don't work on it, it will continue to disqualify you. You got to have self-control, like in all areas. And I'm not just talking about, I'm talking about all areas of it, to where if people keep saying the same thing about you, you got to be honest and be like, dang, are they telling the truth? I've heard this from 3, 4, 5 people. I'm always saying the first thing that comes to my mind. It's funny to a couple of people, and then you get labeled. Because see, we bad about this in the black community. We'll label people as, oh, that girl crazy, and then you run with it. See, the people that pat you on the ass and pat you on the back and tell you, oh, she crazy. Oh, you don't want to. Those people right there don't count. They don't count. Because they know that people of a certain caliber ain't going to want to fool with that, so they just egg you on. They encourage you to, say the first thing that comes to your mind. Then it becomes part of your DNA. Then it becomes part of your identity. And then when you meet somebody you like, then you're forced to still play that role because that's the only role you know. The next thing you know, you done disqualified yourself with him. You done disqualified yourself with job. Because job tells you, I need for you to be here at a certain time. Oh, you came late. Now you over explaining. And now people looking at you and expecting you to be crazy because that's what they labeled you as, and now you got to get loud. The next thing you know, they done fired your butt. All because you done bought into a role that people who don't like you gave you, that you made your identity. Work on all phases of you. And if you know that this has cost you, your mouth, your emotions, your actions, and you overreact, you overcompensate, this is the time. Look, this is a 24-hour challenge, but this is a life challenge. Because again, if you're honest with yourself, sometimes you got to sit and be like, you know what, this has cost me a lot. Doing too much, saying too much. All because I have a reputation to uphold. A reputation with who? You better start getting your own identity versus playing the people who ain't worth nothing. They ain't gonna tell you, look, I will tell you the truth. I will shoot you straight when they won't. Because at the end of the day, all they're doing is trying to keep you in a place where they're familiar. Who you are right now ain't who you supposed to be. There's greater. But if you're around people who don't see your greatness and who don't acknowledge your greatness, you're going to be stuck with them. That's why some people you just got to, look, like for real, some people you just got to prune in order to save your future self. And you know who I'm talking about. Look, because when I said it, you knew exactly who I was talking about. If you know exactly the person or the people in your life, you have to prune in order to get to your better self, to see your better self. I know who you talking about, coach. Put that for me. You gotta prune some people. You gotta cut off some people in order to get to your better person. Or if you don't, you'll be playing some little dumb little role for the rest of your life, trying to impress people who don't even like you. Don't give a damn about you. Could care less about you. You over there trying to uphold a role. You 35 years old. You 40-something years old. You 50-something years old. But you still trying to play a role. Okay? How do you distinguish between standing up for yourself and emotional outbreaks? Okay. Let me give you a great example. If I feel like I'm being ran over, I can do it in a way to where I don't have to raise my voice. I don't feel like I have to put you down. I can honestly say, if I was having an issue with you, I'd be like, you know what? This is how I'm feeling right now. Okay? This is how I'm feeling, and I don't like how I feel in this particular situation. So this is what we need to do if we gonna do. This is what I need because I'm feeling out of character right now. So in order for us to continue, this is what I need. And if you can't give me that, you know what? That's cool. I'm not gonna think any less of you. I'll just chalk it up as an L. But this is what I need if we're gonna continue. Okay? Notice how I got my point across? I articulated. I didn't blow up. I didn't get in my feelings. I still maintain control because I put it out there on you that basically I don't know what you're going to do, but this is what I need and this is what I'm going to do. Now, if I don't get what I need, then I'll be forced to do something else. I made my point clear without being overly emotional. You don't have to snap on everybody to make a point. You don't have to get loud with people to make a point. Sometimes you do more by saying less. Because people normally tune you out after you say certain words, certain phrases, then the wall goes up. That's that communication piece. Like for instance, with my wife, if there's something I'm needing from her, I'll ask her from the standpoint of, so what can I do? What can I do for you? How can I help you? Because when you're with it, and that communication piece is important. You gotta know how to talk to people. You gotta, in your mind, you ain't trying to fuss with nobody. You trying to come up with a resolution. You ain't trying to fuss with nobody. You're trying to get something resolved. I'm happy, you're happy, we've come to a middle, we're going to work on it. Versus, I'm going to say the first thing that comes to my mind, I'm going to cuss you out. I'm saying everything I've wanted to say, I'll talk about everything. Okay, now, soon as you say the first phrase, wall goes up, ain't nobody listening to you. You end up the one crying because you the one who get so emotional when you're talking. You the one end up crying. You did all that cussing, got all emotional, but you the main one crying. That don't make no sense. You up there speaking your mind, keeping it real, because keeping it too real can keep you by yourself. Because ain't nobody want to hear all that. But when you come from a standpoint of, what can I do for you? If you need something, now listen to me. Because what happens is, if you have a person who likes to reciprocate, okay? So if you ask me, for instance, if you come to me, you're like, well, coach, I really want to do this for you because you've done so much for me. You blessed my life. Can I do this for you? I'll be like, yeah. But then I come back with, you know what? But since you did that for me, I want to do something for you too. So if you have a person like that in your life who's a giver, then guess what? You're going to receive something back. But if you're always snapping at a taker, expecting a taker to give back to you, then you're going to be the person with a bucket with a hole in it, wondering why you ain't got no water in your bucket. That's how you look. That's how you get what you want. First of all, you got to understand what's important to you, and you got to be able to articulate it. Because at the end of the day, it's about winning. In terms of you winning. In terms of everybody winning. Versus you just saying the first thing to come to your mind because it felt good to you. But you walking around with a hole in your bucket. I ain't got no water. Your mouth will keep you from having water. Your emotions will keep you from having water. Because for some of y'all, your little attitude, and I'm not talking about your attitude when you're happy. I'm talking about character when you're not happy. How do you act when you're not happy? So I know a lot of people who act great. When they're happy, as long as stuff is going their way and they feel good. But how do you act when things aren't going your way? When you're uncomfortable, when, you're feeling that powerful emotion, how do you handle it? Again, you'll walk around with that bucket empty. You fill it up all the time, but by the time you done took your third step, all that water gone. So that's why we're doing the challenge. Because this has cost you. Saying. This has cost you. Saying. So, look. If you pledge to work on it, say I got you. Zari says, I never wanted to be the loud one, so I always kept quiet. He didn't stand up for himself, but came to some, let me see. But came to some time, let's see, when not in public, my mouth was vicious toward whoever was my problem was with, and I learned, let me see. And I learned to find a balance. Okay. Well, balance is cool. It's just knowing how to talk to people. I mean, because I used to be the king of the blow up, but at the end of the day, you the one who causing yourself high blood pressure. They ain't even worried about you no more. But you blowing up. You angry because you can't fully articulate what's wrong with you. You can't articulate, so you blow up. You get emotional, you break stuff, you throw tantrums because you can't articulate what's really wrong with you. What's wrong with you? Nothing. You can't even figure it out because you never asked yourself, dang, what is wrong with me? You don't want to dig deep. You just feel an emotion. You don't know why you're mad. So when you don't know, you get frustrated, start throwing stuff, cussing, acting an ass, and then wondering why nobody fool with you like that. You know, you gotta be in control. You gotta learn how to talk to people. Because at the end of the day, talking to people, communicating to people, especially when it's somebody that you like and love, is all about us building something together, finding a middle, and basically, you know, not compromising each other. That's what it's all about. So sometimes you might need to sit your butt down and be like, okay, what's really wrong with me? We ain't honest enough with ourselves. We're expecting other people to be mind readers when it comes to our stuff when we don't even know what's going on. But we expect for them to know, but we don't even know. What's wrong with you? I don't know. I just feel a certain way. Why you feel a certain way? I don't know. You got to sit down and you got to start processing stuff because a lot of that stuff you can trace back to certain situations in your life. It probably was something that happened to you when you were a teenager and you never faced it. or you never looked at it, paid it any attention, or something that happened to you in college, or something that happened to you with that first husband that you never got over. You know, so let's just continue to work on stuff. Use your words and do it in a way that moves everything forward versus skirt. Now I'm saying the first thing to come to my mind. You said the first thing to come to your mind. And again, you can't take that stuff back. Once you say it, you say it. You know, and this is the thing. When you say crazy stuff to people that genuinely love you, I don't care what you say, it takes the love away. It takes the respect away. So you got to be careful how you speak to people, especially if they've told you they loved you and you believe it. Because again, you can diminish what you have and you can lose what you have with this thing right here. Again, I'm creating all that right there. But all this right here can disqualify all of that. And that's real. So work on that. And work on how you feel. And work on communicating. And if you don't know how to say it, sit your butt down, figure it out. And be like, shoot, this is what's really wrong. This is what's really wrong. Something happened to you when you were a kid. Something happened to you when you were a kid. But now you making that man pay for it. And he don't even know what happened to you back then. Have no clue. I'm talking to somebody. So continue to work on you. And that's what this challenge is about. You working on you. Again, I'm giving you all of this. But look, your future husband gonna thank me because you ain't popping off like you used to. But I need for you to be honest why you the way you are. Like, for real. Take some time to yourself today or this weekend. And I'm going to ask you now. I'm going to ask you to start digging deep and finding out, okay, what's really at the root of this thing? Was it something I didn't tell my mama or something I didn't tell my daddy that happened to me back when? That I'm still paying for? Is it something that I did wrong that I still feel like I'm being punished for? So this makes me hypersensitive whenever somebody says this or brings up that, or, because again, people aren't mind readers, but you should at least know what your issue is and make it a point to do something about it versus just being, oh, ain't nothing wrong with me. Yes, there is. And it's been going on for years now. Relationship after relationship after relationship after relationship after relationship. It rears its ugly head at some point, no matter who it is, no matter how old you were, because you never chose to handle it and resolve your situation. You just think, oh, it's just him. No, it's you. Take ownership of your stuff. It ain't always him. It's you. And when you can own your stuff and you can be like, you know what, it is me. And I have sabotaged my stuff because I've never resolved this. Then that's when you can move forward and that other piece of it won't creep into it anymore. But if you keep running, I promise you, that thing will chase you down and will cost you again if you don't identify it. So this weekend, please reflect and look at your life and just ask yourself those honest questions. And let's move forward in life. I love each and every single last one of you, but the challenge starts now. Hey, Sharon, the challenge starts now. So if you're officially ill, you know what? Let's make this a weekend challenge. I love you. Let's go from today to Monday. But during that time, I'm really going to need for you to look at self. Like, for real, I'm going to need for you to, like, reflect on your life and be like, okay, I'm going to take the top 3 most devastating things that happened to me. Do this for me. Take your top 5 most devastating things that ever happened to you in life and ask yourself the honest question. I want you to be brutally honest with yourself, okay? Do this for me. Take the top 5 things that was devastating and then ask yourself which one of those 5 still continues to haunt me, still continues to stop me, still continues to be my issue that I have not resolved yet. Do we have a deal? Your top 5. I don't care what it is. Be honest with yourself. The top 5 most devastating things. Ask yourself, did I ever get over that? That divorce. Did I ever get over that? Being molested. Did I ever get over that? Being raped. Did I ever get over that? That abortion. Did I ever get over that? Not being accepted by somebody. Did I ever get over that? My daddy walking away from me. Did I ever get over that? My mama not spending time with me and not believing in me. Did I get over that? My kid dying. Did I ever get over that? Because I love y'all extremely, but the makeup y'all put on. For a lot of y'all keep that makeup on. I'm not just talking about just washing your face. I mean, you put on makeup to make everything look prettier than what it is. It's an enhancement. Okay? We'll say that. It's an enhancement. It just brings out your finer features. But for some of y'all, you keep that thing on. Because at the end of the day, you wash it off, wash your face because you don't want to keep all that stuff on. But for a lot of y'all, you wear it as a mask and you just rock that thing all the time like everything is okay. Like life is good. Meanwhile, you get behind those closed doors, you hurt, you're in pain, but because you're around people all the time, you never have a chance to really process and deal with stuff that, you should have had time to work on or grieve or whatever it is. Parent may have died. You never got over it. Sam. So, at the end of the day, life is a work. So as my bricks, let's work. So, from Friday to Monday, you are to do the following things. Look at the top 5 things that were devastating to you and see if that thing is still hindering you. Be honest with yourself. Be extremely transparent with yourself. You're going to protect your peace this weekend. You're going to protect your joy this weekend. You're not going to let anybody get you emotional over the weekend. You're going to keep your cool. You're not going to say the first thing that comes to your mind when you feel like somebody is challenging you. We're going to work on you. So, love y'all. I'm up out of here. But look, you'll hear from me later. Love you.